Hey guys, welcome back to HGTV Handmade with me, Marianne. So, I've been keeping a little secret from you guys. A few months ago, we got a dog. That's right, there is another dog in the HGTV Handmade family, and I have been keeping it from you all this time. Her name is Nova. She's adorable. She's kind of a hot mess, but we love her anyway. And so today, I am making a craft just for her. I'm going to show you guys how to make this adorable ombre dyed dog leash that you just need a few inexpensive materials for. Want to make your own? Here's what you'll need. A hot glue gun, fabric dye, 7 feet of 1/2 inch cotton rope, pliers, a 1-inch O-ring, 2 1-inch rope clamps, scrap leather, and scissors. All right guys, first things first, we are going to dye our rope. This is really simple. If you've never dyed anything before, don't be scared. We're going to start with a couple gallons of water. You're going to get it as hot as you can, but straight out of the tap is fine. Now grab a bottle of fabric dye. This fabric dye is safe for pets, so just double check that it is, in case your dog is the type to chew on their leash, which mine definitely is. Now you can definitely have this or even cut it by 1/3. I'm going to dye more than one leash because I want to give them away as gifts, but you can make a smaller batch. Now for this next part, you may want to grab some heavy duty gloves, unless you want your hands to look like a Smurf's. It's not my aesthetic, so gloves it is. All right, and so we are going to go for an ombre dip dye effect. So we're going to start by dyeing about the first 1/3 or so of our rope. It's not an exact science, so don't stress about measuring or anything like that. We're going to take this and submerge it into the dye. Now we're going to let that sit for 30 minutes. And guys, you really want to make sure that rope is completely submerged, so get on in there. That's why we're wearing gloves. Ding! Okay, 30 minutes have passed, and now we're going to dip the next 1/3 or so of rope into the dye for about 10 minutes. Ding. 10 minutes later, now it is time to dip the last 1/3 of our rope. You only need to dip this for a minute or 2. So for this last little bit, if you kind of give the rope a little bit of a squeeze, it will help it absorb the dye a little bit more evenly. All right. It's time to pull this out and lay it out to dry overnight. So through the magic of the internet, we have one completely dry ombre dip dyed rope. Now it's time to turn this bad boy into a leash. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is make one end a handle. Loop it over about 6 or 7 inches and grab one of your rope clamps. So just lay your rope into the rope clamp like so, grab some pliers, and squeeze that closed. All right, put a little muscle into it, and it should look like this. Now we're going to turn the other end into a loop that will slip right over your pup's head. Grab your 1-inch O-ring, slip it over, then double the rope over and slip it back through. And go ahead and give yourself some rope to work with. And then we're going to go ahead, loop that over again, and attach our second rope clamp. Now, technically we're done, but we have one more step to make it look really pretty and finished. So grab your piece of scrap suede or leather, and we're going to cut a strip that is just a little bit wider than our rope clamp. We're just going to let it overlap a little bit. You should be able to use one strip for each end. Now grab your hot glue and start by gluing it to the rope clamp and then to itself. Doesn't that make it look like so finished and professional and pretty? Let's do it on the other side. All right, we have an adorable ombre dyed slip leash for your pup. Now, if you have a dog that pulls a lot, this is definitely not the leash for them. But instead of the O-ring, you can put a traditional clasp. But for me, I'm gonna leave this in the car so I can throw it on Nova when we head into the dog park. I think she's gonna love it. But I wanna hear what you guys think. Why don't you let me know in the comments below what you're thinking about this rope leash, and I'm gonna go take this one on a walk. Come on, Nova, come here. You wanna go to walk? You wanna go to walk? You wanna go to walk? Let's go on a walk. Let's go on a walk. Okay, let's go. Come on.
Stay. Stay.
We know that. We know
Stay.
stay. No.
Sit.
Sit. You big turkey. Stay. Stay. Are we rolling on it? Nope. Come on. Are you a good girl? Are you a good girl? Are you good girl? Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. You like your leash? Do you like your leash? You like your leash. It's a good leash. It's a good leash.